Dressed in a metallic dress and platinum heels, the Duchess of Cambridge dazzled as she stepped out with Prince William for a Buckingham Palace reception tonight. The royal couple joined the Queen and Prince Philip as they hosted an evening celebrating Britain's close ties with India, marking the launch of the UK-India Year of Culture 2017. The royals greeted a glittering lineup of high-profile sports stars, actors, musicians, politicians, and diplomats at the festive affair, which was brought to life with the sights, smells and tastes of India. Outside, a giant peacock, the national bird of India, was projected onto the facade of Buckingham Palace, allowing passing Londoners to feel part of the celebrations. Elegant in a purple Stuart Parvin dress, the Queen was accompanied by her family, including Prince Edward and Princess Eugenie, as she entered the glittering white drawing room. The monarch first met a small lineup of dignitaries including Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson, the Indian Finance Minister, and Sir Dominic Asquith, the British High Commissioner to India. However, it was the Duchess of Cambridge who stole the show, lighting up the room in a gold metallic and pink silk dress bearded and £590 platinum pumps by A-list favourite Oscar de la Renta. She accessorized the look with a pair of drop earrings by Indian designer Anita Dhangra. The Duchess wore one of Miss Dhangra's design during her visit to Mumbai last year. Kate and Prince William looked relaxed and very much in love as they spent time meeting the distinguished guests. At one point, the Duchess placed a hand affectionately on her husband's back in a rare show of tenderness. Actress Aisha Thakur, Indian cricket legend Kapil Dev, sitar player Anushka Shankar, daughter of the legendary Ravi Shankar, and her husband, director Joe Wright, were among those who attended. British Indian actor Kunal Nayyar, who stars in hit US series The Big Bang Theory, explained how he initially thought the invite to the event was a practical joke. "It was overwhelming," he said. "I got an email in my personal inbox and at first I thought it was one of my friends spamming me. I replied and it turned out to be real. It's incredible. The evening has just been overwhelming as I got to meet the Queen and to promote UK Indian culture, which gives me so much pride. I did get to speak to the Queen and she said how nice it was to meet me again. I haven't actually met her before, so maybe she was confused or has just watched The Big Bang Theory. I just shook her hand, bowed my head and said thank you so much for inviting us." He added, "The Queen is the Queen and has done such wonderful things for communities all over the world. It's not just the aura, it is what she has done for trade, building bridges, building relations. It can get lost sometimes in gossip magazines, but the truth is that the good they do is remarkable. It is not just pomp and circumstances." The actor, who is married to model Neha Kapoor, was born in Hounslow, West London, before moving to New Delhi with his parents. He now lives in Los Angeles. Ms. Thakur said she had to pinch herself as she drove through the gates of Buckingham Palace. She said, "From the moment the card arrived with all that beautiful symbols on, things like that don't turn up in my post every day. Then you get here and walk from room to room and you feel like you have stepped through the mirror and are Alice in Wonderland. I got the chance to say hello, which was lovely. India and the UK have a very special relationship. It's a bit like a marriage, complicated, with its ups and downs, like any great love story. There is such fierce connection between the two cultures. It's a relationship that feels like it has grown up and come of age." During the evening, Princess Eugenie took the opportunity to personally introduce the Queen to the head of one of the organizations she works with, Aloka Mitra of the Women's Interlink Foundation. The charity helps trafficked and exploited girls and young women learn to produce textiles and find a career. Their scarves are now sold here by stores including Topshop. The theme of the night was reflected in the canapés on offer, with guests having the choice of spice-rich delicacies or traditional Western-style morsels. Mark Flanagan, head chef at Buckingham Palace's kitchens, and Uday Solanki, executive chef at Veeraswamy, said to be the UK's oldest Indian restaurant, led their respective teams as they spent 6 weeks devising the menu. The team of 15 palace staff and 5 from the restaurant made just under 5,000 canapés for the guests. Rajpuri, fried unleavened bread with yogurt herbs, and bundi chocolate rock, fried chickpea flour kernels covered in chocolate, were served alongside salmon blinis and rhubarb and cream brulee tartlets. Laid out in the palace picture gallery was a display of priceless artifacts from the royal collection, including a shawl woven by Gandhi on his loom as a wedding present for Princess Elizabeth in 1947. The shawl has the words Jai Hind, Hail India in the centre and was accompanied by a handwritten note from Gandhi, addressed to Lord Mountbatten, then Viceroy of India, which said, "The little thing is made out of doubled yarn of my own spinning. Please give the bride and the bridegroom this with my blessing, with the wish that they would have a long and happy life of service of man. Yours sincerely, M.K." There were also several painting and manuscripts dating back to the 17th century, some of which may not have been seen in public since, and a welcoming garland presented to the Queen when she visited India in 1961, the first by a reigning monarch for 50 years and the first time since independence. The Queen's first state visit to India, accompanied by the Duke of Edinburgh, was in 1961 as the guests of Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the first President of India. She visited Rajghat, the spot where Mahatma Gandhi was cremated, where she left a tribute of a wreath of 500 roses and planted a tree. The landmark link-up celebrates the deep cultural ties between the two countries and the 70th anniversary of India's independence through a year-long program of events and exhibitions. Organised by the British Council together with the Indian High Commission in London, it aims to inspire people to celebrate the long-standing relationship and vibrant cultural history between the UK and India, a particularly crucial relationship for post-Brexit Britain.